Hello, Scope readers. My name is Kristen Lewis, and I'm so excited to take you behind the scenes of my latest article, Escape to Freedom. The story takes place in Germany in 1966. It follows the journey of one courageous boy and his harrowing attempt to escape across what was known as the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall was a physical barrier that divided the city of Berlin in Germany for nearly 3 decades. It was designed to keep the people living on each side of the wall apart from one another. Why? As I began researching this story, I realized that to answer this question, I first needed to understand a very complex time in our world's history, the Cold War. The Cold War was a long period of tension and hostility between two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union does not exist today, but back then it was big and powerful, taking up parts of Europe and Asia. It had a different kind of government. People in the Soviet Union didn't have the kinds of freedoms we have here. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union tried to expand and grow its power. Many Americans didn't like that. They saw the Soviet Union as a threat that needed to be contained. Across the world, there was enormous fear that this tension between the two countries would erupt into World War III. During the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union wanted to outdo each other, to be the best and the most powerful. They competed with each other for dominance in all sorts of ways. They competed to get to space and to the moon, to have the best scientists and the best technology, to have the deadliest weapons. For more than 40 years, the struggle between the Soviet Union and the US would play out all across the globe and would leave much of the world divided, especially Germany. Writing this story was a challenge and involved a lot of research. In fact, I often felt like I was peeling back layers of an onion. The more I learned, the more I discovered there was to learn. For example, in 1949, Germany was actually divided into two countries. I needed to understand how that happened and what it had to do with the Cold War. I learned that after Germany was defeated in World War II, the country was split up into zones. The countries that won World War II were each put in charge of a zone. The idea was that eventually these countries would leave and Germany would be able to run itself again. But the Soviet Union didn't want to leave. They wanted to keep their power and control there. And so, in 1949, Germany became two countries. There was the Federal Republic of Germany, or West Germany. West Germany had its own government and was democratic. Life there was more like life in Western Europe and the United States. The zone controlled by the Soviet Union became the German Democratic Republic, or East Germany. Life in East Germany was not democratic. People had few personal freedoms. The city of Berlin was also divided. That meant if you lived in West Berlin, you were a citizen of West Germany. And if you lived in East Berlin, you were a citizen of East Germany. Now I understood that Berlin was the place where the Cold War countries collided. Starting in the 1950s, many began fleeing to West Germany because there were more freedoms and opportunities there. The leaders of East Germany wanted to stop their people from leaving. What did they do? They built two walls. The first wall stretched across the border between East and West Germany. The second, the Berlin Wall, was built through the city of Berlin. This is the wall I chose to focus on in my article. At first, the Berlin Wall was made of concrete slabs and barbed wire. Over the years, security measures were added, including guard towers, floodlights, booby traps, and guard dogs. Attempting to cross either wall and enter West Germany without official permission could mean imprisonment or even death. Writing the story took me on a fascinating journey. My research partner, Adi Braun, and I pored over dozens of books, newspaper articles, and letters. We interviewed several people who lived in East Germany during this period, and we connected with the museum in Berlin. Perhaps the most important thing I learned while working on this article was that in the face of oppression, human beings have the power to not only endure, but overcome. The Berlin Wall eventually came down. The city and country were reunified. Today, you can visit Berlin and see the place it once stood, which is now considered a symbol of freedom and hope. Now open your April issue of Scope and read my article, Escape to Freedom, to start your own journey to the Berlin Wall.